All right, so this only takes hopefully a few seconds to get connected here. So everybody's doing great. It's actually today's the my pop were still with me. It'd be his birthday today, but yeah, so it's hope everybody's doing great, and I really appreciate your time and want to thank you for oops, hang on a minute. Yeah. Okay. Oops, it's the wrong one. Bear with me a second. I'm not sure why it's not letting me pull up my screen here. There we go. Okay. So what I want to do here right off the bat is what we're going to be talking about this morning is how to start saving in the form of gold and silver. And it's also, I'm going to be sharing with you tips on actually what a lot of the information I'm going to be sharing with you this morning, people are not aware of. Okay. And that's the most important thing is this is an informational presentation. And also I do have a very special opportunity to share with you. But my first and foremost point is to share with you some information that I guarantee you probably 99% of you don't know all of this information that I'm going to share with you. So it's I'm really excited about this and being able to share this with everybody here today. So what I'm going to do is right away in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and put my email address. So if you have any questions or after the presentation, or if you think of something that I do not cover and you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And that way I will definitely, it comes email straight to me. So I'll see it and I'll definitely get back to you as quickly as possible, because that's what I like to do is share the opportunity that where you can actually reach out to me direct, because a lot of times you'll go, you'll watch a webinar or some sort of meeting or something and you have questions, but you have to jump through hoops in order to be able to get some answers done. This way, if you have any questions, you just go ahead and shoot that out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and I will get back to you right away. And what I want to do here is I do have a short presentation that I want to share with you. Let's see here. And this is something that, like I said, there's a lot of the information I want to share with you is stuff that you most likely do not know. Okay, so let's go. I'm not sure why my computer is pulling this up this way. Let's go. Get that down. That down. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this. I'm not sure why it's not pulling it up in full screen here. There we go. I'm not sure if anybody's ever hosted pardon me, a Zoom meeting or not, but the control panels are really kind of annoying, and they're like always in the way, and you have to kind of move them around. I know I've watched some people who realize this as they're doing them, but I apologize for this. It was like blocking where I could actually pull up the full screen. All right, so what I'm going to be sharing with you is it's, how to save in the form of gold and silver, but also the most overlooked and simple technique to building wealth and generational wealth, and how you can start today. And that's really what the key is that, everybody wonders how the wealthy families, the people that have the people that have the generational wealth that goes from generation to generation, they're wondering how they do that, or why are they so successful and always able to maintain that wealth. Well, for one, most wealthy families have multiple streams of income. They're never relying on one specific thing. But the one fact is that every single wealthy family that's had generational wealth that's passed over from time to time, they all have one thing in common, is that they all save a certain percentage of what they do in the form of silver and gold. And that's why I wanted to share that with everybody here today, because this is something that everybody thinks that, well, I can't afford to do that. But that's one of the biggest misconceptions out there, is that people feel that they can't save in the form of silver and gold because they don't have enough money or they can't afford it. But you know what? Everybody can do that. Okay, regardless of your income, whether you're making minimum wage or $15,000 a year or something really low, or if you're making 150,000 or more, there are ways for you to do it. And actually what I'm going to be sharing with you here today is how you can do that yourself. Okay, so it's not where you have to have to pay somebody to do it. This is something that you can do yourself, really in a matter of setting up in like maybe less than an hour. So that's how easy it is to do. But that's the biggest one thing that in the last 6 years online here, specifically when I've been really into a lot of online stuff, what I've noticed is that in most cases, people don't do things. If you don't know how to do something or nobody shares with you how to do it, what do? You just don't do it. And then you still continue to go through whatever you're going through and not actually having that extra piece of the puzzle that you need to, start actually building that generational wealth. And that's what's key about silver and gold, is that it's not, there's there's the obvious value of it, but at the same time is how, and what this presentation is going to show is how it, over the course of time, even a short period of time, it can build, help you, start building a more secure financial future and actually start building that generational wealth. So even if you came from like a poor background, a middle class, or even a rich background, there's, this is something that everybody can do, where you can actually create, start creating your own generational wealth, starting today. And that's why I'm really excited to share this with everybody. So, what are the benefits in saving in the form of gold and silver or precious metals? And actually, in even one presentation, the gentleman refers to it as sound money, that this guy I'm going to bring on for a short video. And there's a reason why it's called that, okay, as far as sound money, but he'll explain that. But it's also what I'm going to be sharing with you is how you can save, who you can trust, and how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of stuff out, like if you do searches for it online, you have a lot of companies that have it, but you want to make sure that when you do actually do this yourself, that you're actually going through certain companies and certain reputable ones, and at least they have something where they show you how to liquidate it, how to save, and what are the benefits to saving in various types. And it may sound confusing, but it's not. Okay, and that's what with what I'm sharing with you here today. It's very simplified. And so if you're overwhelmed with everything, just don't just sit tight and bear with me here, and you'll understand more as I share everything here. And it's also, like I said, it's how can you afford to purchase gold and silver even if you're on a tight budget? Like I said, regardless of your income, you should be able to do this, as long as you have some type of income. As far as like even minimum wage or something like this, this is something that everybody can do. And it's, we're going to cover is, can gold and silver really build true generational wealth? And of course, the answer to that is yes, it does. And it's been a proven fact. Then also, I'm going to share with you what your financial institutions and your financial advisors are not sharing with you, and stuff that they don't want you to know. Okay. And one of them, something pretty much what I'm sharing with this presentation today, and also how you can start today. And like I said, I have a very special opportunity. If you're located in one of these 7 countries down here, United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, and Singapore, I have a really special opportunity to share with you. But if you're watching this presentation like on a replay or something on YouTube, or on Facebook or something as a replay, if you're in a country that does not and is not in one of those 7 countries, but you're interested in what I'm sharing with you, send me an email to that rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and let me know. It's like, hey, Rick, I'm interested, but my country's not listed. And what I'm doing is I'm running a tally out of everybody that's reached out to me and said that, they're interested in it, but it's not in their country yet. I'm keeping a running tally, and I will update you as, because what the opportunity is actually a global opportunity. It's eventually going to be global, but they're still working on putting the other pieces in place. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. And so who is this presentation for? This is for anyone that understands the importance of saving in gold and silver, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. Okay. Like I said, if you don't know how to do something, what do? You just don't do it. So in this case here, I'm going to share with you how ways you can do it. Also, for those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often they save. And it's also what I really find is probably one of the biggest benefits of what I'm sharing. It's like if you're working for a company that doesn't offer a 401k plan. Okay, like there's a lot of the big companies and corporations out there, they have a 401k and they offer it to their employees, and that's really great. And if they do, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because that is truly a good asset as far as having something to actually grow your money for you. But like in this case here, if you're working for a company that doesn't, there's like this, a lot of smaller companies that don't offer that to their employees. Or even like in retail, when I worked to retail sales for a while, you had to work like X amount of hours before you were eligible. Okay, so in this case here, this is something that you can actually start today. So, and it's like, I kind of attribute it as to your own personal 401k plan. So 401k is basically you're saving your money for the future, and it's the money's working for you. In this case here, it's your own personal 401k in the form of silver and gold, and you control it. That's even the best part about it. You don't have to rely on another company to do it for you. It's also for those who, might have a son or a daughter or grandkids that are planning on going to college, and you're looking for another way to actually start saving and being able to help them out when they get to that point. And that's like one of the biggest reasons why I was excited about this, because my youngest son just graduated high school a month ago, and I'm really proud and excited for him because he wants to go to college. And when this was offered to me in December last year, I thought this is a perfect fit, because it's something that's going to actually help me be able to build and save for his future, and at the same time it's building and saving for my future. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. It's also for those who are looking to put away money for on the side for like a nest egg. Say you already have a 401k, or you already have savings, or your assets are diversified where you're pretty much got your pieces in place, but you want to put something else on the side and build a nest egg just for something separate. You can do that too. And like I said, I do have an opportunity to share where you can actually earn an additional income. And like I said, it's very easy to do, and it's not really does not require much effort. So I want you to stick around for that. But then also, it's just for those who are wondering what their options are. And like I said, this is something that, if from an educational standpoint, if you have a son or a daughter that's in like junior high school or something, and you want to share something with them that's shows the value of silver and gold, because everybody knows it's important, but a lot of in cases it's not taught in the formal education system growing up, and now it should be, but it's not. Okay, but in this case here, you can actually show them even this short video clip I'm going to be sharing here in a minute, and that'll give them some insight as to what they need to know, because this is information that everybody really needs to know. Okay. So before we get started, to qualify for the drawing, because I had mentioned that we're going to have some cash prizes and then a special monthly drawing. What I want you to do is send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org with your biggest takeaway from what I'm sharing with you this morning. So this could be a good point, a bad point. It's just this is from me to you. It has nothing to do with the offer that I want to share with you. But it's just to get me some feedback. And it's my thank you to you for taking the time to say, hey, Rick, this is what I thought of the presentation. Even if you didn't like it or whatever, just give me some feedback. If there's points that you like, or if you had an aha moment where it's like, oh, I didn't know that, and this is, it was great information or whatever. So just send me an email, and what you'll do is I'm having a cash prize drawing this week. Right now I have a $50 to give away. So it's I want to go ahead and, if you can send me that, send me an email, tell me what your biggest takeaway is, and then you'll be qualified for the drawing, which will happen tonight at midnight. So even if you're watching a replay on this, you can still qualify for it. Just send me an email, and I'll have a drawing for that. And then also your email will qualify you for the monthly drawing, where I have a really nice rare silver certificate that I'm going to be giving away. It's a limited edition collectible. So it's something that it really gives you incentive, kind of even if you see this on the replay or YouTube or something, take a moment, qualify for the drawings, and you actually be qualified for both. Okay. So what I want to do here is I'm going to bring in a gentleman by the name of Zach Davis. He is a co-founder of this company called 7K. And the reason why I'm bringing him is this actually has part to do with the offer that I'm sharing with everybody this morning. And he's going to touch lightly on that. But most importantly, he shares the importance of why the US dollar has declined in value over the course of time, why it's happened, and also at the same time, why it's important to look at what precious metals, or sound money as he refers to it, in this case, silver and gold, what that's done over the course of time, and why you should take a look at it and understand the importance of it. Okay. And that's what's really, when you have this nice black and white example, which is what he does does some examples in here. And one of them was really mind blowing to me. So that's why I want to share this with everybody, because it's some really great information. It's like I said, you're going to get, he's going to share some things with you that you probably are not aware of. And what I'll do is I'm going to be watching this with you. I do have to make sure everything's going okay on YouTube. So you'll see me duck out of here for a quick second. But yeah, this is Zach Davis. He's the co-founder of 7K. And go ahead and take a look at this video. And I will be, like I said, he's going to touch a little bit upon what I'm going to be sharing with you. But as soon as he gets done, I will share with you a little bit more information, and also what I have that's in store for us today. Okay, so go ahead and enjoy this video, and I will be back on right after. Okay.
Welcome to 7K. There's you working harder for more money to cover the basics, but it just doesn't seem to go as far. Well, it's not just you. Higher costs and added financial pressures on families today are causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt on a large scale. In fact, as of May 2017, did you know that 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense? They didn't have to rely on a credit card, selling something, or borrowing money, if such a thing arose. So what's happening with your money? Well, it's in the numbers. Look at this chart. 1913, spending power. But in 2013, the dollar was only worth about 5 cents. That's about a 96% reduction in value of the spending power of the dollar since 1913. Here's how it shakes out in real life. This is the everyday price index. This measures inflation for everyday spending in 3 different categories. So this is weighted different expenses in each group, like more healthcare costs or education costs. Urban renters, 58.1%. Retired couples, 61.6%. Look at this for young families trying to start a family. On a home, 78.3% inflation. Look at these numbers. Now, these are things that you have to have on a daily basis. Eating food at home costs 43% more between 2000 and 2018. 59% increase to eat out. Heat sources, 99%. Car insurance, 97%. Water and sewer, 133. Do you know anybody with like maybe a child, grandchildren? 151% increase in college tuition. Medical care expenses up 97% in the same time frame. Now, do you mind if I show you the case for something? Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver is one of the secrets the wealthy have used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. Governments and financial institutions know the secret. They are the largest holders of gold. Look at this. What could you buy today with the same silver in 1965? Check this out. If you went to the grocery store and you wanted to buy a $1 ounce of silver or $1 bill, you could purchase that gallon of milk in 1965. But in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would get you 5 gallons of milk. It's a 410% increase in price. So people need it to. 1965, dollar silver ounce will buy you 20. In 2019, 1 ounce of silver will buy you 2 pounds. It's an 80% increase in the buying power of silver. That means that is a 95% reduction in the spending power of the dollar bill. Check this example. 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 would buy you one Ford Mustang in 1965. But if you took $2,500 in the 4 days, you're not walking out with a Ford Mustang. Now, you might be able to get a down payment. But you can practice today in 2020 with the same 2,500 ounces of silver. You could actually purchase 2 Ford Mustangs. Now, here's a great example. Purchasing power of gold. The question is, where would you put this $10,000 in 1965? Would you put it in a house or would you put it in gold? Here's how the numbers shake out for $10,000 put into a home would have turned into roughly $85,000. That's a pretty good return. With the same $10,000 put into gold, it's $528,251. That is a huge difference. Questions after seeing those statistics. Is your financial future seem a little bit? What are financial professionals telling you about this? The truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secrets of self. But we believe in you and want to guide you on your journey to creating and protecting true and because you deserve it. So we're going to show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used. And now and forever. We are 7K. The 7K founders are on a mission to change the world. 6+ years of successful business experience sits between them. In fact, they have changed multiple industries for the better. They have a passion for helping the average person get ahead. And one of these has actually created a company that is worth $2 billion today. They have shared abilities but unique strengths that can help you to achieve the success you want. Here's a message from the founders. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as they find family issues arise or unexpected changes come up. Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to preserve their wealth and live an exceptional life. We started this company. So here are some of the questions that we have when we have about power of sound money. We asked, do any of these resonate with you? Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy in small quantities? And how do I get more out of it? So we created a membership that solves many of the problems the average person like you and I face when we purchase members. One of the very first member benefits of being a member of 7K is deal direct pricing on gold and silver bullion. Here's how the process works. The U.S. Mint create coins. They sell those coins to a dealer, and then we sell those coins directly to you. No minimums, no maximums, period. This was just the beginning. We didn't stop there. The first question about what should you buy? To answer that question, we created what we call a buyer certification program. Why? Because we already made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. This expert training helps you identify what type of buyer you are. How wealthy have always used sound money for money. The key factors to protect your personal finances and your family. What's the value of MS7 when coin collecting, and why it's potentially more valuable than gold? Why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. Here's the 5 reasons for sound money. Hedge against poor government decision and potential economic force. Wealth accumulation, wealth protection, portfolio diversification, and last, certainly not least, and probably my favorite, is coin collecting. In fact, what if I told you that we all made a $1.2 million mistake? Did you know that if you have purchased one MS7 Silver Eagle every month since 1986, it will cost you roughly $40,000 to $50,000? That seems like quite a bit of money. But over time, it's really not compared to today's method of inflation. It would be worth $1.2 million. The problem is, most of us lack the discipline. So we don't go down and purchase those coins every single month like we should. So we needed an easy way that doesn't require discipline to collect coins every month. And that's why we created our Auto Saver program. So we gathered a team of world-class experts to hand select collectible coins to take your collectible to the next level. Our world-class coins and collections are sent to your door every single month, giving you peace of mind that your saving is on autopilot. Here are the 3 different options that you have for the Auto Saver program. First is the basic. We send a 7K exclusive collection MS7 Silver Eagle, or standard 7K level MS7 Silver Eagle every single month. Now, we might different labeled series like the US 50 State Series for this tried and true collector. This option features the steady as she goes and most popular collectible coins, and is proven to be a variety coin. This will be quite a showcase when finished. These MS7 coins tell an incredible story from start to finish. They're delivered to your doorstep every single month. The specialty options are gold and rare silver collectible coins that are a specialty. Often these coins are limited run less than 500 coins. With this option, you'll get a mix of coins sent to your door every single month. Now, of course, these will be secure about storing your collection at home. We will store your collectibles for free when you actually buy them every single month. Every month you buy another, we store your coins for free in our private. These private vaults are 100% insured by Roi Calculator, military grade security, inventory management, movement tracking, electronic visibility, and as I said before, one of the coolest member benefits is free monthly storage. Perhaps one of the most exciting things that we've done here at 7K as a member benefit is created what we call sound money wealth. This is a new age of precious metals that is alive. It's 100% backed by physical inventory. Buy it, store it, trade it, cash it out, and more. Now it's back in your hands for zero hassle and zero headaches. Here's how it works. You can take cash and instantly convert your cash into gold. Take the same gold and instantly convert it back to cash in best buyback rates and silver. You can do the exact same thing. Member-to-member transfers instantly send gold, silver, or cash to other members for free. You can also take gold or silver straight to you. You can request your medals to be shipped to your door, some shipping and insurance. It's about time for the silver. Gave you the freedom that you wish. And let me ask you something. How many of you like good deals and want to trade? Well, as a member here, one of the other benefits is our 7K Advantage Rewards program. This program is helping you live a lifestyle that only you desire. Wherever you are, everyday services that you're already using and build in the largest neighborhood. Save where you have to save, so you can spend more where you are. 7K getaways. Gold and silver are essential, and we believe it's the key to living a lifestyle and creating memories that will never fade. With our company-sponsored trips, you will make memories that span the globe. Here's what one of our customers has to say. In our 17-year marriage, my wife and I have never been on a plane together, let alone to a foreign country. Because of 7K getaways, we have now done multiple trips together to places we never thought. Now, remember, as of May 2017, 44% of Americans said they could not cover $400. And gold and silver is great. Traveling the world is great. But if you don't have the money to do those things, it can be very, very difficult. So here at 7K, we created a way where you can share, earn points, and get paid. Every time you share it with somebody else, you generate points. So when you purchase your membership, it creates a spot in the tracking center. You have the opportunity to build two teams, your left team and your right team. Every time you get 500 points on your left and 500 points on your right, it generates a $500 commission check. Let me just show you the multiple ways to earn. Membership and renewals. Monthly auto saver program, rare coin sales, and retail sales. Every time a new member joins your team or a monthly auto saver coin order, whether you shared it with them or another active associate on your team, you will collect points towards a cycle check. Let me show you how to rank up to unlock max pay. As an associate, you can earn $500 per week, $1,000 per week, a bronze $2,000, silver $3,500 per week. As a gold, $7,000 per week. An executive gold, $10,000 a week. And a presidential gold, $12,500 a week. There are a ton of benefits here at 7K. Here are just some. Residual income for a lifetime, like I just showed you. The auto saver program, where you set it and forget it. The Advantage Rewards program, where you can travel the world and have exclusive deals on some of the best name brands and some of your local favorites. 7K limited and rare coins. The Sound Money Wallet. 1099 tax write-offs because you'll be owning and running your own business. Gold-backed IRAs. 7K healthcare program. The ability to buy precious metals and dealer direct pricing and more. So the question is, are you ready to change your life? Here are the two ways that you can get involved with us, the standard membership or the premium membership. Our standard membership is a one-year membership. It includes the buyer certification training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, no minimum and no maximum. The Advantage Rewards program, free technology credits, access to exclusive low mintage collectibles, one graded silver coin, and access to our exclusive Sound Money Wallet. Now, as a premium member, you get a one-year membership, the buyer certification, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, the Advantage program. But instead of 3, you get 12 technology credits. You get access to exclusive low mintage collectibles. You get 1 MS-70 silver coin, 1 silver bullion coin, 10 business cards, 4 wealth strategy books, and access to the Sound Money Wallet so you can begin sharing this unbelievable opportunity with others. Ask yourself, how would it feel to know that you had control over your financial future? How would you like to be different if you had more time and more money to do what you love? The question is, will you join us in our mission to change the world? Take a membership application and get started today. Thank you for spending some time.
Okay, so Zach did a really nice job there of actually sharing the presentation as far as the importance of, actually I'm not seeing myself here, there we go, of saving in the form of silver and gold. And what like what stood out to me during the presentation the very first time this was shared with me is when he did the example of the 1965 Ford Mustang. So you had $2,500 would buy a Ford Mustang, or if you had 2,500 1-ounce silver coins at that time, that's dollar for dollar, you could buy a Ford Mustang back in 1965. But if you took that same $2,500 today and walked into a Ford dealer, you'd be looking at a down payment and 4 to 5 years of paying for the car. Whereas if you had that same 2,500 1-ounce silver coins, you could walk into a Ford dealer and buy 2 brand new cars. So that right there was like one of those really, it's like when you understand, the value of why I guess the lack of value in the fiat currency or the US dollar versus sound money, in this case, silver and gold. When you see the difference in, how over the course of time, the dollar's gone down and silver and gold has gone up. And so it's like, silver and gold has always stood the test of time. And then he also did the example for the house in 1965. If you took 10K and put it into a house, your profit margin would be at around 85,000, which is a good return. But at the same time, if you would have taken that same 10,000 back in 1965, right now you'd be looking at over $500,000 as far as the value. So there's really a lot of, when you see the examples like that where it's put in black and white, you really understand how the importance of saving in the form of silver and gold. And I know a lot of people, everybody that's on this presentation today, I know you understand that it's important to save in gold and silver, but in this case here, a lot of people don't know how to go about doing. That's what's really nice about what Zach shared here is with you, is there are options out there, and it's something that when you at least have the knowledge to do it, how to at least approach something. Or you may not be able to start doing this today for whatever reasons, but at least now why you should be doing what saving in the form of silver and gold. Okay, and like everybody's you don't hear many people talking about this. It's always about cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin right now, and it's like, yeah, that is a way to go, but at the same time, you look at what's stood the test of time. Gold and silver have always stood the test of time, especially gold. I mean, you look back, just think about this, and I said this once before, and the person was like, you're absolutely right, but you go back to biblical times. Okay, what did one of the wise men bring Jesus? He brought him gold. He didn't bring him real estate, which is a good asset too, but real estate or crypto or Bitcoin, okay, yeah, it didn't exist back then, but the whole point of what I'm trying to make is, even you go back, hundreds and thousands of years, gold has always stood the test of time. Okay, and so it's something that's always had its value. Everybody knows if you had a gold coin, it's going to have value to it. Okay. And that's the one thing that's kind of concerns me a little bit about, the crypto and all the different type of cryptocurrencies, and that at some point there's going to be some type of reset with that. And, it's because you're having all these different types coming out. So at some point, just food for thought to keep in mind, and this is something that I keep in the back of my mind also, is at some point there's going to have to be some reset, because there's such a vast difference between the different types of currencies. But anyways, getting back to what I'm sharing here, and like with what Zach was showing with you, when I think people have asked me, well, why would I want to collect or save in the form of a collectible, like silver or gold that's a collectible? Like here, this is when he's talking about that MS70 coin. This is a 2020 MS70 state series. It's actually Utah from 7K, but it's graded MS70 by NGC, which is the Numismatic Grading Corporation. They're one of the top 2 grading companies in the world. And what they do is they grade the coin and they seal it in this really hard plastic. So in order to get it out of here, you would actually have to bust it open, but you don't want to do that, because when it's graded MS70, that means it's perfect. There's no better grade that it could get. And what that means is that it's always going to hold its value and then some. Like if you had raw silver coins, like, because there's a lot of opportunities online and different companies that'll actually sell you the raw bullion of the raw coins, which 7K does that as well too. They just, you can't get it in graded, you can get it in a non-graded form too. But if you took a coin that's not graded, it's not an MS70, and walked into a coin shop or like a silver and gold place, and you tried to, you wanted to liquidate it, on a pawn it or sell it, you're going to get some of the value that it's worth, but you're not going to get its full value. Whereas if you walked in with a MS70 graded coin, they know that that's a perfectly graded coin and that it's going to always get top dollar, even for them and even for you. So that's a benefit to it. But at the same time, what's not known is this is one thing that's not a lot of people do not know this, and I didn't know this until I started here with 7K, was that if you save in the form of a collectible and you go to liquidate it, there's a form that you have to, because you have to report your, on your taxes, any type of income gain. But then it says there's a 1099B, and one of the things that you do not have to claim or put down is any type of gain on a collectible, because when the U.S. government was very specific when they came up with the laws as far as what they were going to make people, charge taxes on as far as gains go. They were very specific, and collectibles was not one of them. So if you're saving in the form of collectible, like that person that made that, he referenced the $1.2 million mistake. Whoever did that, whoever started collecting, one MS70 coin since 1986 when the Silver Eagle first came out, today it's worth over $1.2 million. Okay, so and she shared how if the person probably would have spent between $40,000 to $50,000, but yeah, you're talking over the course of 35 years. Okay, 34, 35 years, where when you break it down, that's roughly about $100 a month, so to speak. And that person right now, if they go to liquidate that collection, they're looking at a $1,150,000 gain that would not have to be reported. Okay, so that's something that just keep that in mind. So there are benefits to saving in the form of a collectible. And like I said, 7K does offer a lot of different types of ways that you can do it. They do offer the regular coins. They offer bullion. They even have jewelry. There's a lot of things that they have. So it's not just where you're saving in the form of collectible. You can actually save in different forms as well. But what was really nice about what about 7K is, and I want to share this with you here. Whoops, here we go. With 7K, they're an actual company. Okay, so they do have a physical location. They're actually located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. So like if you were in that city right now, you could actually walk into their front door and, transact and do everything just like a normal business. So they are a physical company. A lot of stuff that you see online a lot of times is virtual, where there's no actual physical building or something. It's all done virtually. But in this case here, 7K, they have an actual building. They, all the vaults and all that stuff, that stuff is all physical. But what's really nice about them and their is when these guys got together. The co-founders are Zach Davis, Roger Ball, and Josh Anderson. Zach's who we heard from in the presentation. And if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, that's because in that one part of the presentation, Zach mentioned the one founder was created a $2 billion company. That's actually Roger Ball. He's the founder of Melaleuca, and Melaleuca's been around for decades now, and they're a very solid company, and they're still going strong. So it just shows you the quality of people that got together and they decided, what can we do to make it so the average everyday person could save in the form of gold and silver, regardless of their income. What can we do to make it so that everybody could do this and start building that generational wealth? Because all it takes, and even in this case here, you go from the 1965 examples, and then also the $1.2 million mistake. That wasn't just, it's called generational wealth is built over the course of time. And as far as building wealth, whether it's in a 401k plan, or it's in this case here with silver and gold with what I'm sharing with you here today, it's something that's going to build over the course of time. And like even with the 401k, you don't instantaneously, the minute you open up a 401k account, you don't instantly have money to retire. Yeah, you're doing it incrementally. So with the 401k, X amount, a certain percentage comes out of your check every week, and it's slowly building you money. With this case here, you could, like I said, this is great for opportunities for, like, if you're a business owner and you are not able to offer a 401k plan to your employees, this is another great option, just something to think about, where you could say, hey, I can't offer you a 401k plan, but check out 7K. This is something that you can do on your own, and you can actually start saving and building wealth for you and your family and for your future. But that was the whole beauty of when they came up with the concept of the autosaver program. And like Zach mentioned in the in the videos that you would have to have the discipline to go every single month and buy a silver graded coin or a silver coin or whatever. But most people don't have, have that discipline. And it's not a knock against you or me even, it's just that, we always tend to, if we have money on the side or something like in a savings account or in the bank or something like that, there's always something that always seems to come up. Oh, well, I need to use this to pay for this bill, or I need to do this to buy this because I really want this. But in this case here with the autosaver, you set it up, and it, one day a month is that that's all it takes to build that generational wealth is one day a month, have an autosaver coin sent to you, or in this case, there's three different options for that. But in this case here, they on the day of the month that you pick, and there's 5 days you can choose from. There's the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th. And you just pick your date. And on that date, they send you an email, say, okay, here we charged your credit card or your bank debit card, whatever you have on file with them, and they send you a receipt. And then the next email you get from them is going to be a confirmation with your tracking number for the silver or gold or whatever you have set up. And they send it out to you. And then 2 days later, like here for me in Illinois, since day one, since I've been with them, I always get everything within 2 days. And then you get an email from FedEx saying, or from them saying, hey, your FedEx package was delivered. And that's just kind of the checks and balance thing that they do. So they're very, very thorough, because you're trusting them and they're trusting you to, with this opportunity. So it's like it's something where they do have everything, they thought of a lot of great things with this opportunity to share it. And like with the membership, one thing I want to point out to you real quick with an MS70 coin, okay, like if you were, if you could have something graded, it's always going to hold its value more. It's always going to be worth more. This goes to anything, whether it's even like collectibles, like football cards or anything type of autograph or something like that. It's anything of a high dollar value. If it's certified or graded, it's going to hold its value and be worth more than actually, in most cases, what somebody would have if it wasn't. Like in this case here with NGC, they barcode it and they serial number it. So there's only one coin or whatever you have is treated to that barcode or serial number. So there's always a way for you to check it up online, and make sure to see what, exactly what you have and the value of it. But then also with the MS70, in order to have a coin graded, for one with NGC, you have to have a membership, and right now that's $25. And to actually have one coin graded, even without it coming out to be perfect, like an MS70, that's $35. So right there's $60 in order just to have one coin graded. And if you did this on your own, there's a pretty good chance it's not going to come back perfectly graded. But here, part of the membership cost, which really is nothing, because you see there's a ton of benefits with it that they offer just besides the membership. But with the membership package, they're actually handling all that for you. They're making sure that when you have your autosaver shipped to you, that you're going to get a perfectly graded coin. So that's guaranteed every time. And then with your membership too, they do actually send you physical silver or gold, depending on your package. And there's also, and I'll show in another clip here, there's a book that they send you, autograph book that they send you that has some value to it, goes over the history of the silver eagle. And so there's different things that you get. It's not just you're paying this fee and then that's it. You physically get silver or gold, or like I said, depending on your package with it. So there's something you get right away. And then on top of it, you have all these member benefits that really are a plus. I mean, it's just, but even if you didn't want to do it from the point of, if you just wanted to start getting on a steady plan to where you're saving X amount a month in silver and gold, you can do that. And it's going to build that generational wealth. That's what's really exciting to me about this, is like anybody can do this. And like I said, regardless of your income, like I did some numbers. If you went with like the standard or the basic autosaver coin shipment, that comes out to $3. It's like $3.86 a day. Okay, so that's not that much. Okay, so it's like, when you could do it over the course of a month, and people are like, well, if I'm gonna spend, but see, this is what I want to point out to people too. Don't look at it as spending. You're physically getting something, yes, but this is your saving, because it's forcing you to save, and that's why it's called the auto saver, because automatically you're saving for your future. Okay, and that's like where people are like, well, I don't want to spend that, and it's like you're not looking at it in the right mindset. Okay, and it's like you just have to take a different perspective on it, and that's what was really kind of eye-opening to me about this whole opportunity. Okay, and then just real quick to finish up about 7K, they do have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, which is outstanding. Of course, out of 40 customer reviews, they have a 4.5 out of 5 star review. And star reviews are really nice, but personally, whenever I go to like visit the Better Business Bureau, what I'm looking for is the customer complaints. That's actually the very most important thing, because if something happened where somebody was really legitimately upset with the company, or they did something, that wasn't ethical or something like that, it would show up here. And here, after since being in business since 2016, they have zero customer complaints. So that's a tribute to how well they try and take care of their customers. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind too. But what I wanted to share with everybody here today, the opportunity I wanted to share, and I hope just even from what I've shared so far today in this presentation, even with the video and the information that I've shared, is it gives you some good insight on what your options are and what you can do for your future, and whether you do work with me here on what I'm going to share with you, or you just do something on your own. At least as long as you have the benefit of knowing this information, then I'm happy with that. Okay, so like I said, it doesn't matter. And as actually, even to qualify for the weekly drawing or the monthly drawing that I'm doing personally, and that has nothing to do with 7K, you don't have to do anything. Just give me your feedback. Okay, so it's like this. That's just my way of kind of paying it forward. And like I said, with 7K, in my opinion, out of all the things I've seen online in the last decade, this is the biggest pay it forward program I have ever seen in my life, because there are just so many benefits to doing it that, it's like when I shared this with my oldest son, he's like right away, he's like, this makes total sense. I didn't even have to try and sell him on anything. I just, talked to him about what, how you could save on a monthly basis. And then I showed him the video, and he's like, holy cow. So it's like, it just depends on how you look at it. But, what I wanted to share with you here today, the opportunity is, like Zach was showing those, the compensation, okay, in order to qualify for the associate and then rank up to presidential gold, is you have to work together as a team. Okay, I mean, if you know a lot of people, like if you're an MLM or something like that, you've got a lot of people that you work with on a regular basis. You may not need to work personally together as a team, but in order to rank up to those different levels, the way 7K has it designed is that so that you're sharing this great opportunity. Okay, they're giving you the opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold, and at the same time, just by you sharing it with other people, you have the opportunity to earn passively. Okay, and so it's no different than, like, you have certain credit card companies where you'll pay more for an interest rate on something which you think you're not, but they are part of a credit card company. Whenever they have points or something attributed to it, part of their interest rate that's how they're making money on you. Yeah, they might give you points to redeem for like travel or something, different bonuses where you could actually get gift cards and things like that. But at the same time, there's a reason why they're able to do that, because you're paying a higher interest rate. So, but people will buy, you have a Sam's Club thing or an Amazon Prime or certain credit cards that you use just so you can get points. And like at Amazon Prime, it's like you're paying for, it's like an elite whatever service, however you want to look at it. But it's like, I look at that as if you're purchasing something from a company like Amazon, they should make sure that you get priority service anyways and get it to you as quickly as possible. You shouldn't have to pay extra for having an extra day or two of a quicker shipping. That's something that should all kind of be tied in anyways. But even like you look at like Sam's Club, people pay for a membership just to go and buy and spend more money from a store. And it's like, all right, this kind of really doesn't make much sense, because you're already buying from them, but you're going to get, in order to do that, you have to pay for a membership. So there's a lot of different things. So however you want to look at this, I look at it as from the standpoint of, like, with the membership, you do get something for it. Okay. And like with what I want to share with you today is, in order to get to those levels where you're getting associated and higher, you need to be able to share the opportunity and work together as a team. So what I wanted to offer you today is to work together as a team, where it's not my team and it's not your team, but it's our team. And my personal goal is to have everybody that's together on our team at least qualify as an associate. So you're at least getting to that point where you're qualified to earn up to $500 per week. And one thing that 7K did starting at the end of last year was, they have where if you have one per, two teams, so if you have a left and a right, so you have at least two referrals, direct referrals, you qualify as an associate. So you're qualified to get $500 a week, and then you go from there. And I'll explain the rest of it here in a minute. But once you get qualified as an associate, they have it set for 500 points each side, so you get a $500 check. But they started at the end of last year, where if you hit 250 points on your left or right, then they would pay you $250. Okay, so that's something they did that so they could actually help the members that are sharing the opportunity to get money back quicker. And usually what they do with the when you get your weekly payout, because they do this is weekly now, it's not monthly, and you don't have to wait 30 days to, like most stuff online, you have to wait 30 days in order for it to clear and people not to like do a chargeback or something. But in this case here with 7K, it's the payments are weekly. Okay, and it goes into your Sound Money wallet, which is something that you set up when you create your account, and that's the money is put there. There is like a little holding period at the beginning. I think the first time you get a payment, it has to wait like a week roughly, but then after that you can actually use that money to purchase silver and gold, use it towards your autosaver, or if you want to transfer it to your bank account, you just do that. Okay, so there's, once you get that money there, you can do with it whatever you want. But then also what I want to point out too is when you with working together. So what I would do is, like I said, I want to make sure that everybody hits at least associate. Okay, so $500 a week. Then when everybody on our team hits associate, my next goal is to have everybody work together to get everybody up to a copper, and then so on. Okay, and so like what I wanted to share with you here is, in order to do that, I would help you get your referrals. Okay, so that's what I want to do, is work together as a team, because that's what 7K wanted to do, is create a team atmosphere, something where hang on a second here. Okay, so like a team atmosphere. So it's like everybody's working together to help share the opportunity, and then at the same point, everybody's getting rewarded for sharing it. So what I'd like you to do is to get started, they go ahead and send me an email at rickandsilverandsgoldsolutions.org. And when with your email, send me your preferred email address, and also your phone number, and also your mailing address. Now, the reason why I'm asking for your phone number is, like, I'm not going to call you. It's just another method of contacting each other through text. Okay, so like if you're you have questions or whatever, and you want me to jump on a Zoom call with you or explain something with you, you can text me, say, hey, Rick, can you jump on a Zoom with me and show me how to do this, or where I can do this? And I'd be more than happy to do that. That way there's a two-way communication street. But at the same time, when you send me that email, what I'm going to do is, once I get that email, I will send you a link for you to sign up with. And right now, I want to tell you, it's not even going to be my own referral link. So I'm trying to actually help the people that are below me rank up. And that's part of what it is. In order for you to have success, the people below you have to have success. So when you work together as a team, everybody has success together as a team. And the reason why I asked for your address is, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm putting together a separate bonus package for everybody that's on our team. And, I will mail something, just something separate from me, something special just from me to you for being a part of our team. And so what I would like you to do is go ahead and send me an email. And then when I get it, I'll send you a link. And as soon as you get that link, go ahead and create your account. Okay. And when you create your account, you're going to have a username, and that username is actually going to be your referral ID. So what I would want you to do is send that back to me, email that back to me. And in my email to you, I'll have my phone number on there as well. So that way, you're sending me your phone number, I'll send you mine. And that way we have a way to connect versus via text. But send me your referral link. Okay. And then I will in turn share that with the next person. So you see right away, we're trying, it's working to pay it forward. And like, if you're watching this on a replay or something, or on YouTube or on Facebook, like if you didn't want to, wait for me to reach out with you with a link, you could just go to the 7kmetals.com/RickF, and you could create your account there. And then what in turn I would do is I would see your information that you created your account, because once somebody signs up under your link, you get an instant email and it says, hey, congratulations, so-and-so just signed up under your, to check your back office. So like in your back office, you have the option to position people left and right. Okay, so that's something that you can control. And I'll explain that more in a different video, because I wanted to kind of keep this short. But so yeah, there's different options to do, but you want to make sure you're always going left, right. And I'll show that here in another screen. But so go ahead and send me your username, and I will in turn share that with somebody else. Now, just so you know, when you create your account, make sure that you do have to have a state ID or driver's license, or whatever country you're in, you have a country ID that's got your name and your address on it, because as part of 7Ks, by law, they have to know who they're dealing with. Okay, and that's pretty much the only way they can do that is by you. You're going to have to send them a copy of your driver's license or your state ID or whatever, but it has to be like an official ID of some sort. And you have to make sure that your shipping address matches the address on your ID. Okay, because it's another part of their checks and balances. So like when you create your membership package, like say, even if you found something that can go into the Sound Money vault where you didn't want to physically have it sent to you and you wanted 7K to hold on to it, your membership package in your very first shipment has to actually be physically shipped to you. So part of their checks and balances is making sure that your address is where you are. You say who you are and your address is where you're at, because that's all part of what they have to do. So just make sure you use that. And then you do have to be of legal age to be able to work. So like if you had like a 9 or 10-year-old son or daughter, they would have to be able to file taxes, because at some point when this is done correctly, whether you wanted to share the opportunity and make passive money, you may not want to do this. If you just want to create your membership, that's fine. Just also let me know that when you email me, and that way I can I just won't, I guess I just wouldn't prioritize sharing your link. But by default, if this is done correctly, everybody who signs up, if it's done correctly and people are working together as a team, then everybody at some point will qualify for a weekly check or a passive income. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. But so you do have to have a social security number, so you do have to be able to file taxes. And the only other stipulation is that per household, there can only be 2 team members per household or per address. So like in this case here, if you're watching this and your husband or your wife you thought that you'd want to have them sign up under you or sign up, they would actually have to sign up under you first. So it's per house. So there's only, you have to have the first person or the other person sign up directly underneath you. But what you could do is you could say, okay, I've got my husband or my wife wants to sign up too, but here's my referral link. So then the next person that I share your link with and they sign up, they're automatically get you qualified as an associate. Okay, so that's how quick it can happen. Really, as far as the compensation plan goes, it really depends on how much you share it. Okay, if you're kind of shy and passive and not able to share it too much with too many people, let me know that too. I understand, I get it. So just let me know. It's a two-way street communication here. And that's what, when I started this program, I started my membership. It was like 2 weeks before Christmas. So I was kind of limited as far as my, budget and everything went, because I was kind of tapped out for Christmas. But I went with the basic membership, the standard membership package, and the basic auto silver. So the standard membership package was $199, but I did get the physical silver. I did, you do start earning points right away, because you do earn points from your own purchases plus those underneath you. But at the same time, it's like nobody reached out to me. The person that I signed up under is not doing what I'm doing. And, they there's people that'll actually share the opportunity, but then they're just only looking out for themselves. But in this case here, I really want everybody to succeed. I really do, because this is something that can really make a difference in everybody's life. And that's why I wanted to share this opportunity with you today. Okay. So if you're interested, go ahead and send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Let me know your preferred email address and your phone number. And like I said, if you want me to send you the personal gift from me, just go ahead and I still haven't got one of the things in the mail yet, so I haven't been able to ship anything out yet. But when I get those, I'll send something out from me to you. And then when I get your email address, I will send you a link, and I'll have my phone number on there, so you have a way to contact me via text. But then once you create your username is going to be your affiliate ID. So like here down here, I'm getting a little verklempt. So my affiliate link is https www.7kmetals.com/rickf. So rickf is my username. Okay, so when you create your username, you're going to actually have your own personal website and referral website, and that's going to be the 7K Metals and then / whatever your username is. So try to keep it something like either short or something where it's at least professional, because you want to maintain the integrity of 7K. So, and it's plus something that you can actually post on your social media, whether it's like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. But if anybody clicks on that link and actually goes to purchase something from your website, because like I said, they do have jewelry, they have different things that a lot of really, really nice low limited edition collectibles that are really nice as gifts. So like if somebody clicked on your link and they went to order something, anything that they order is you get credit for. Like if there's points associated to or a percentage or whatever, you'll get credited for that. Plus, at the same time, it gives them an opportunity when they go to check out. It's going to say, hey, are you a member? And if not, they're going to say, okay, well, this, it gives them an opportunity to become a member, and what they could do as far as like a discounted price if they purchased, got the membership and then made the purchase. So it's an indirect way of getting people to sign up underneath you. Okay. So yeah, so that's basically, like I said, just, try and keep it something short or something that's easy to remember. Plus, like I said, also keep in mind that it's going to be, you can post it wherever, but just make sure that it's something, easy to remember and something to maintain the integrity of 7K.
So you want to learn.
Whoops, sorry about that. So what I wanted to do here is just to go over the membership packages real quick. The standard membership is $199, the plus is $359, and the premium is $499. So each time like you would refer somebody to with your link, you would, and they created a membership, those points would get attributed to you. So they would start collecting in your downline. But at the same time, anytime you have an autosaver shipped to you, those points are put in your downline too. So not only do they go to work for the people that are below you, but they go to work for yourself as well. But then like with the 3 types of packages, this has actually changed. I do have to update this. It just changed this month. But the basic is 105, the variety, and that's the MS70 Silver Eagle. So it would be like this one here. And they have this, the state series going on right now. So each month you'll get something, and it'll have a different state. So like my goal is to put together a 50 state collection for the 50 states of the United States and have them all be MS70. So I would have like all 50 states, all MS70, and that is going to be, it's going to be maybe not a $1.2 million collection, but it'll be still a nice collection. And any collector out there would see the value of that, would be chomping at the bit to get a collection like that. So that's what my goal is. But so like with the basic, it's 105. The variety is the 139, and that one you get, it's the colorized state animal series. So it's all 50 states with the different animals and colorized, and it's an MS70. And then the specialty, what they just started this month is instead of it being 309, it's actually 179. And these are prices before shipping and handling. But with the specialty, it's a 0.5 gram MS70 graded. They started a gold series state coin collection. So each state has their own coin here in the United States. So it would be, one of every 50 states, and it's going to be MS70. It's a 0.5 gram gold, perfectly graded coin. So that's something they just started out with this month. And so like I know with the basic, the shipping and insurance makes it come out to $116 per month. Okay, so when I said the $3.86 before, that was including the shipping and insurance. So it's really not that much, because when you think about the fact that you're saving for your future, you're physically having something, but then at the same time you're building that generational wealth. So it's really this really is, if you understand everything, it's really a great opportunity. So that's why I was really excited to share this with everybody. So what I'm going to do is I've got the income disclosure here. And before I get there real quick, I want to have the screen here. So this is a hypothetical thing. Okay. So your potential really depends on how much you share the opportunity. So in this case here, this is just going based on what I have as far as like a basic. Okay. So 12 months in a year, and with the shipping and insurance for the standard autosaver, or the basic autosaver, is 116. So over the course of a year, I'm going to be saving, and the cost is going to be $13.92. But like I said, don't look at it as a cost. Look at it as you're saving for your future. It's going to be $13.92. And once you qualify as an associate and you're eligible for the $500 per week, once you have the point totals on your left and right, and in case you're wondering how you might do that, well, how am I going to get 500 points, each week? Well, because there's the 5 days, the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th, that people can choose to have their autosaver shipped. Not everybody's going to pick the same date. So it's going to be staggered throughout the month, with you having people in your downline that actually contribute points to your total. So that's how you will be able to do it week to week. And like I said, because this is like a binary where it says like a left and a right, the sooner you do it, the better, because the higher up you're going to be in the the system, so to speak. Okay, but like if you qualified as an associate over the course of a year and you're getting the points on a regular basis, you'd within a year's time you would make roughly $26,000. Okay, and yet okay, this is an ROI calculator. So if you this you would spend or save 1392, and this is your potential that you could receive. You have the potential to have an investment gain of $24,600. Which is a 1,767%. So that's just shows you that's phenomenal numbers. But this is something where at the same time, if you just look at it as you're saving for yourself, as you're getting the passive income, if once you qualify as an associate or above, and you start getting those points in your system so you can get paid, you theoretically can pretty much be paying for your own silver and gold. Okay, it's just a matter of what you do with it when the money comes. But then also too, I want to point out that they do not tax your money. So you would have to put a certain percentage aside out of each payment, so you can use it for when tax time comes. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. So they do report anytime payments are gone out. They do have to report that at the end of the year. So just keep that in mind that you will have to pay taxes on that. Okay, so how do you become an associate or above? You just need to refer two people, direct referrals, and then you get the points on the autosaver point, you get the points on the membership, and then if someone even further down the line underneath the people that you refer, if they're getting the autosaver or they're enrolling, those points get attributed to you. They get credited to you as well. And then people that make separate purchases from your personal website, your referral link, you get credit for those points too. So that's how the points are continually being added. So you just won't have, like if you only had two people that are referred and they only had one autosaver per month, you would know that on those days that the autosavers, those points would go to your total. But at the same time, depending on where you position yourself, left or right in your back office, the points that you make on your autosaver, those go towards your downline too. So it's kind of like this working ball. And like I said, it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's actually very simple. Okay, but I'll explain more after we get in touch. So real quick to close out the income disclosure here. So let's do this here. When 7K put together these numbers, this goes from 2016 to October of last year, 2020. So at that time, out of everybody that was actually qualified or eligible to receive a compensation check, that means that they were qualified to be an associate, but they may or may not have received a payment yet, but these are the numbers that they put together. So anybody who actually was qualified or had received, 92% of the people were actually associates. Okay, so that means at least 92% of all the members that in 7K that were qualified were just an associate, so they'd refer to direct people. 6% were coppers, so that means that they were making $1,000 per week. The bronze was 1%, which was it's $2,000 per week, and then silver is less than 1%, as well as the gold, executive gold, and presidential gold. They were less than 1%. That's why the other numbers aren't showing there. But I do know people were making executive gold at the end of last year. And it's just, you have some people that were making $12,500 a week, which comes out to $600,000 a year just for sharing an opportunity. So the potential is there. You just have to be able to share it. Okay. So yeah, so as far as that's how the numbers come out. Okay, so with the share plan, so you have the different types of ranks here. Okay, so there's a total of 7 different ranks that you can get. The first is associate, which is a payout of $500 a week. Although, like I mentioned, they are doing the thing where if you have 250 each side, when they cycle their points at the end of the week, because they do it every Saturday night at 11:59 Mountain Standard Time. So if you qualified as associate, and they would subtract those points from your left and right, and then they would, you would see the money show up in your Sound Money wallet. So that's associates $500 a week, copper's $1,000, bronze is $2,000, silver is $3,500, and at $3,500 you're making $14,000 a month passively just by sharing something. But at the same time, if you do that within the first 90 days of your membership, what 7K is doing, a little extra bonus, what they're doing is they'll actually give you, if you hit the rank of silver in the first 90 days and then hold that rank for an additional 45 days, meaning the people below you are still staying active and still doing the autosaver, then they'll actually give you a 100-ounce silver bar as a reward. So that's right now that's valued at around $3,100, $3,200. And that's just something extra bonus that they're giving you for sharing this great opportunity with other people. So that's really, it's really a nice incentive, okay, to share it with as many people as possible, okay? So that's something that they do. And then there's also the gold is 7,000 per week. Executive goal is 10,000, and then presidential is 12,500. So I wanted to show you this real quick, and then we'll just go ahead and we'll wrap this up because we're just over an hour here. I apologize for that. So to qualify, okay, so this is you. This is what you when you create your membership. The first two direct referrals here that you have, that qualifies you as an associate. So as soon as you get two people that you share the opportunity with two people and they sign up, they create their membership, you're qualified as an associate. And like what I always encourage people to do is to have your members agree to, or do sign up for the autosaver. That way, in order to keep your qualifications as an associate or above, you do have to, your members below you do have to stay active. So there has to be a purchase within, within a 30-day period in order to stay active. So that's part of why they created their autosaver. That way people don't have to worry about, did I do it or not? Am I within the 30 days? Did I, make a purchase or whatever? This way, for one, because like I said, it's attributed to you as your own personal 401k. So it's something that you control. So you'd want to make sure that you're putting aside so much per month, like with a 401k for your company, it just comes out of your paycheck. So you set the percentage and then you never worry about it because it's you never see the money until you get your statement, but it's taken out every week. So with the 7K and the auto saver, it's just like I said, similar to a 401k. So you would just pick your, one out of the 5 days a month that you have your autosaver set up. That way you don't have to worry about it. It's just like a 401k where you're saving X amount per month, and it's going to build that, you're saving, and that's going to build that generational wealth for you. So that's why I always encourage people to have people sign up for the autosaver. So your first two direct referrals give you as an associate, then because it's a pay it forward thing. So your next goal is to have those first two direct referrals become an associate as well. So your goal is first to become an associate and then have your first two people become an associate. Then after that, your next direct referrals, if you have two more, one on left and one on right, that qualifies you as a copper. So that would be $1,000 per week. Okay. So as you can see here, how the points add up quickly. So the sooner that you start your membership, the higher up you're going to be. But in this case here, all these people here on the left and right, whether they fall into a leg here or not, all the points from the autosavers and memberships, those all start building up here. And that's how you can see as it goes further down, the points really accumulate quick. So don't worry about so much about the points, because once they'll start flowing, those will start coming, and to help you keep your qualifications for the weekly pay. But, like in this case here, like Zach explains in the training, because I highly encourage everybody to go through the member certification and the buyers program that they have. It's free to do, and it's really set up real nice. So you could actually start it. And like, if you get in, it's not something you have to like sit and go through. I think it's maybe total between all the programs and everything, it might be maybe 6 hours tops, if that. But you can, if you start watching something and you get interrupted, you have to go or whatever, you can just pause it. And then when you go back into it, it'll pick up right where you left off. It's not where you have to go back and start where we're watching everything again. It'll pick up right where you left off. So you can do it in like little bite-sized pieces. But I encourage people to do that because it'll help you give more of an understanding of what types of silver and gold you should save in based on what your long-term vision is. Okay. So yeah, I encourage people to take advantage of that. But like Zach explains in the training, he says, the best way I can explain our program is your goal is to get two people and then help those two people get two people and then get two more. And as you just keep following that same system, like this format here, if you keep following the system and people are placed correctly underneath you, that's like I said, and it helps to work as a team. Like, as after you contact me, I want to keep a separate record of, who, where you are, who your referrals are, so I can make sure that you're doing things correctly to help you rank up it quicker, and, where I can help you as well if need be. So that's something where, we're going to work together as a team to get this to go. Okay. So everybody can have some good success with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here just to close it out. besides the membership, and being able to do the auto save, these are all the member benefits that 7K has. You have access to the Sound Money wallet, okay, which is where that's actually, they have a trademark on that because it's something where they set up where you can actually have money in an account and you can actually, transfer it to turn it into gold or turn it into silver or turn silver to gold back to cash, and you can do it to your bank. You can do member to member transfers if you wanted to. And one thing I did want to point out that's not wasn't covered in the presentation, they have this so well thought out that, like, if you you created your membership today and like you qualified it, you stay with 7K and you keep doing your yearly membership and your auto savers, and like say 2 or 3 years down the road or something, you're at like an executive goal or something, and you're making $12,000 a week, or presidential, you're making $12,500 a week, and you became, your health started failing or whatever, you can actually will your account to another member. So like you see, if you had your husband or your wife, or one of your kids or grandkids or something, and you wanted to will your benefits and everything to them, your account to them, you could, as long as they're an active 7K member, you could actually transfer that way. When all your points and your downline and everything and your weekly pay, it's not lost when you pass away. You can actually will that to somebody. So like I said, they have this really, really well thought out. So it's something that it might not be important to you now, but down the road, if you're wondering like what happens down the road, well, that's what could happen. Okay. So they have membership to the Sound Money wallet, the autosaver program, the healthcare program. So they do offer healthcare. So like for some people make this like their full-time business. So it gives them that option to have insurance with 7K as well. But then a lot of places don't offer insurance too. Like I said, some of the smaller companies don't offer insurance. So if you needed to have insurance, they do offer that. And they have supplemental insurance as well. But like with any company, they do have an open enrollment period. I'm not sure exactly when theirs is, but this is an option for you too. There's the dealer direct pricing. So what they mean by that is like if you bought, because they're going the silver and gold goes from the mint to the dealer, and then 7K comes in and purchases there from them. So they're getting like the best possible price for you and I. So whether you buy one of something or you buy 100 or 1,000 of something, you're still going to pay the same piece price, because there's a lot of companies out there that will say, well, if you buy this, it's going to cost you this much. But if you bought 10 or 100, the price would keep dropping. No, with 7K, it doesn't matter whether you buy 1 or 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever, it's going to be the same piece price, which is really nice. Okay, because they cut out a lot of the middlemen. The limited edition and rare coins, they do have things called coin drops where they have special really limited edition coins that they offer to the members, and anything that's like a low mintage or like a high grade like an MS70 or MS69, those are your two highest grades. There's those that are limited edition. Those even have a higher value from the collector's standpoint, because I know I've seen some different products that they've had in coin drops where people have actually turned around and sold them online for like four to five different types, for 4 to 5 different times as much as what they paid. So it's like there's with the high collectible items, and they have some really sweet looking ones. And you can check that in the back office too. Like if you go to 7kmetals.com/Rick F, you could actually see some of the different products and some of the different collectibles they have in there too. Okay, but they do offer a lot. You have 1099 tax advantage, because once you're receiving the passive income from it, you're technically a business. So there's different things that you can actually use for tax write-offs. So what I would recommend you do is check with your accountant or CPA just to see what you should keep track of. That way, when it comes time for taxes and that, you have everything together for them so that they can benefit you and do the best for your taxes. They offer gold-backed IRA, and I don't know of any, there's no company I've ever worked with that has offered a gold-backed IRA, but this is pretty phenomenal because you just have that opportunity. So it's like to be able to have that as an option is really something. Whether you take advantage of it, that's up to you, but that is something that they do offer. The 7K advantage is what Zach talked about with the discounts. So whether you want it or not, it's part of your membership. And even if you save like a couple, there's an app for it too, where you can just plug in the city that you're in, and it'll show you which businesses or companies or whatever that have discounts, and you can use it. You can even use it for travel. There's travel discounts. So there's a lot of advantages there. They also get the residual income for a lifetime. So as long as you're active and the members below you are active, you'll continue to receive the passive income. And then there's the e-commerce sales, because like I said, your username is going to be part of your referral ID. And that way, anybody who makes a purchase from your site, there's the benefits of that. Okay. So I really appreciate you taking the time to spend this morning with me. It went a little bit longer than I thought, but I apologize for that. But so to get started, just go ahead and send me an email at rickandsilverandgoldsolutions.org. Send me your preferred email address, your phone number, and your address if you want the special personal gift from me. And then as soon as I get your email, I will send you a link. And as soon as you get that link, sign up right away and create your membership. And then I'll in turn share your link with the next person. Now, it depends on how many people are on here or how many emails I get. But if there's going to be a little wait or something like that, I'll try and email and say, hey, I'm just waiting for so-and-so to get back to me, or somebody to get back to me. And then we'll go from there. And like I said, when I get your email, I will send you a link, and I'll have my phone number on there as well, so you can reach out to me via text. And then also, like if you're watching this on a replay, at one point I did have my phone number on here, but because I've been going live, I don't want people all over the world texting me or calling me. So if you're watching replay and you don't want to reach out to me via email, first, just go ahead and go to www.7kmetals.com/rickf, and you can create your membership there, and then I will see that you signed up to it, and then I can reach out to you as well. So I really appreciate your time. I hope you got some great insight. And like I said, even if you do not take it, if you don't want to do this or start today or whatever, that's fine. My goal is to just share the information and give you the value of why it's important to save in the form of silver and gold, and just what are some of your options are. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much for taking time to spend your Saturday morning with me, and we will talk to you again soon. Everybody take care. Bye.